Welcome to episode 62 of Tiny Rails, the fun little game with a train. And that's my train going past at the moment. That's its current configuration, although it will change just a tad, but only a very small amount during this episode. Okay, now, where I left it last time, I'm doing the Oceania quest, which has taken me to 3 continents, none of which are Oceania so far. Where, if you remember from the early episodes, I was competing with Railco and their CEO got thrown in jail in Russia. And apparently I've been appointed to take him to Oceania from Russia in a prison carriage, which apparently I've got to build. Now, I'm currently in Japan, at Nagoya, apparently, which wants rice and I don't have any. But I am carrying 148 carrots for the place I need to go, because it needs me to go to Osaka to pick up some cargo. Keypads, I think it is. I will actually check. Oceania. No, that's that one. Buy keypad cargo from Osaka, Japan. Which is what I'm going to do when I get there. Between the last episode and this episode, I haven't done much. I've delivered a load of cargo, and I bought half a dozen to 10, or bought or upgraded half a dozen to 10 stations around the world. So my money hasn't gone up that much. It's just over 8.5 million currently, which I'm saving most of that because I'm going to have a new depot in the not too distant future, and I want to be able to pay for it, and that's going to cost me 4 to 5 million, I think. That's 4 to 5 million, not 45. Okay, here we are at good old Osaka. So, I want to sell my carrots. I've done over half of the cargo demand here. And buy the keypads. Sophia, we'll need these keypads. Nika says she's the only person who will know the password. Okay, if you say so. Hank, okay by me. I don't want that responsibility. Sophia, isn't your computer password just the word password? I actually used that for a test ID I was playing around with at work a couple of days ago. Hank, exactly. I need to keep it simple because I always forget them. Besides, there's nothing on my computer except the stories I write about aliens. I'm working on a book. Okay, so that's what it wanted me to do. I could pick up some couple of bits and pieces while I'm here. I've got plenty of space in my train now. I've got a little bit of space at the depot as well. Not as much as I necessarily like, but that'll do for picking up stuff. And now I've completed that bit of the quest. Buy Magnum bars cargo from Pavlodar, Kazakhstan, I'm guessing. Well, so that's where I'm going next. I might as well collect for the jobs I've completed in getting here. Eventually it's going to let me get to Oceania. I don't know when it's going to let me get to Oceania, but I'm kind of looking forward to getting to Oceania for this quest, which is Oceania based. So let me look at the map and find out where I'm going next. Kazakhstan is where exactly? Alright, let me zoom all the way out. Okay, it's up there is where I'm going. So plot me the quickest route to get there. Out that side of Japan and that way. It's quite near one of my depots. Okay, if I'm going this way, so be it. I knew it was going to send me back to Russia because, it's going to send me back to Russia because that's where Blackwell, the prisoner, is currently located. So at some point I've got to go to wherever he is in Russia and actually pick him up and put him in his prison car. And I'll wait to get till I've got a bit of distance between some stations. So if I head back here and zoom in a bit. Okay, because I'm going to go through Hiroshima, Busan, Seoul and North Korea, that place in North Korea. And once I come out of there, I've got a bit of distance to Shenyang, China, which wants it wants tea. I don't have any of that. That wants rice. I might have a bit of that on my train by the time I get there. But once I get out towards that general direction. I'll take that and the rice. Everything else is nice to have, but I do have a use for some of it. However, I don't want to clutter up my train with too much stuff. So, as I say, when I get into a bit of distance, I'm going to swap out the behemoth cargo car, which is max leveled, with another car. I don't know which one yet, whichever one I find. And I'll show that again in a second, because what I was about to say has just got hidden behind a tree. Here we are, good old Hiroshima. I will give you the okay, gave you enough shurikens that I've actually completed that resource demand, and it got me 4,000 gold. I could pick up that stuff, but I can always come back through Japan. Okay, the first two cars on my train are not fully leveled up yet because, like I say, between the episode I put them on this train, or the episode 2 episodes back, and this one, I haven't done as much travelling as I would normally do between episodes, so they've got to still level up. But if you look at the second car, the marble car, when I put it on the train it was just one big block of marble. Right now it's half of a statue. So when it levels up, it will be, I'm sure, a full statue of some type. But it's going to be a while. I will, however, as I seem to be completing a few jobs, collect the money for them. And replace them with some new jobs. If I can find any I want to do. None of those. That one. That one. Take that one. And one more, please. That one will do nicely. I'm sure I will complete more jobs along the way. I'm actually going to take the pearls from this place and the Chinese spring water. So off we go into the joys of wherever it is I'm going to. Kazakhstan, if memory serves me correctly. It wasn't that long ago it told me, so I should be able to remember it. I think I just got a noise in my ear that tells me I've completed another job. But I'm not going to keep going back to the jobs page until a few of them complete. I had 40,000 gold in the caboose, so I figured I'd collect it. I've got 118 passengers in my train at the moment, as well as 115 cargo. As we bomb along at a whole 260 miles an hour. And I think I completed the cargo demand. Oh no, I didn't complete the cargo demand for Seoul. I'll take the pearls, because I know where they go. I want the Chinese spring water. I could actually use pretty much all of this stuff in here. There are demands for it somewhere in the world, but I'm trying to limit my spending sprees to just stuff that I actually likely to visit in the near future, or I don't have a lot of. I know I don't have a lot of in my depot already, which I don't have a lot of pearls or Chinese spring water. I do have some of the other stuff, not necessarily a lot of all of it, but some. Okay, so once we're through North Korea, which again I think I've completed the cargo request for North Korea. I would try and pronounce that name, but I'd get it horribly wrong and I'd probably laugh at myself. Yes, I have completed the cargo demand for it. Wanted chopsticks at some point. I want the shurikens. And that'll do. Right, so off we go through onto Shenyang, China. And now I will replace the behemoth cargo car with, what are you like? Yep, the camel stable. Because I've never used that one. It's one I picked up from a factory in the Middle East once I delivered the last bit of iron for it. So it just looks pretty. And it's going to take a while to level up. I don't know why it's got a purple outline, the rest don't. I don't know what that actually signifies, but it's going to require 5,000 experience just to level it up to the next level, admittedly cheaply. And I don't know what it's going to be after that, because these require 2,500 experience to level them up to to level 2, and 12,500 to level 3. So it could well require 25,000 experience before I get my camel stable upgraded fully. I don't know exactly how that works, because I've never seen one with a purple outline before. I guess I'll find out as we go. Here we are at good old Shenyang, which wants tea, which I don't have. I don't want... Well, I do actually need the bamboo and possibly the eggs, but most of it I don't need. Just onwards and upwards. Whilst I'm here, I'll zoom out. Right. One of the things I have done is I've got all the replica swords for this factory, so I just need to deliver some iron over there. I also went to the Russian East factory and the Russian West factory and completed all the resource demands and bought the carriages that were in those factories. So that gives me more cars to choose from. I've already got that car, I believe, and that's the one that gave me the camel car. I was short one bit of iron last time, so I went and delivered the bit of iron that I needed. But I've got a lot of stuff to build over here, and I have a shortage of lumber right now, and that's only available, at least as far as I've found so far, in Canada. Canada West, to be precise. So that's a hard resource to actually get in large amounts. And well, let's have a bit of speed. Why not? I've got plenty of wooden windows. I've got sufficient roof tiles, plastic windows, and enough bricks for now. And yeah, they say wooden windows. I've got tons of wooden windows. So if I say tons, a couple of hundred, I think. Which I will go through at a relatively rapid rate once I actually start building a load of stations in Africa. However, this is a place that wants some rice. I haven't delivered much rice here, but I'll deliver some now. But yes, so depending on the station, it requires 10 or 15 wooden windows for most of the stations. So if I build, I don't know, 17, 18 stations, that's probably all the wooden windows I've currently got. But to build 18 stations is going to require a couple hundred lumber, if not slightly more than that. So yeah, somewhere in the region of a couple of hundred lumber. So it's going to take me a while to get the lumber together, which is something I will do not during an episode, because it just means doing keep doing loops of Canada West, picking up as much lumber as possible on each loop. And to do that, I pretty much need an empty train and space in my depot. And to make space in my depot, I've got to deliver a load of stuff that's currently in my depot, including best part of a couple of hundred watermelons that need to go to Anchorage, Alaska. Pasta that could really, it either needs to be in the Middle East or Mexico. What else have I got of any note in here? Red bricks, is that. Pepper that needs to go somewhere in Africa. Salmon, which needs to go. There's a load of stuff that I can use in Australia, but I'm waiting for this quest to get me to Australia. Things like, yeah, that's it. The salmon, the sheep, the cows, bananas, oils needed all over the place. I've still got somewhere in Russia I haven't completed. I thought I'd done the resource demands. Volgograd. I've got 185 wood windows. I did use some. Green tea, instant ramen, copper. I've got all sorts of stuff. Sausages, which I can deliver to China or somewhere in Europe, I think, amongst other places. Yeah, there's one in China. Okay, that's somewhere in, don't know where ET is. I say 186 watermelons. I could deliver to a variety of places, but I want to deliver to Anchorage, Alaska. What's in this place? Oh, still the same type of stuff. Right, let me dump the stuff I just picked up from the obstacle I ran into. I don't want to carry any of that right now. Just get it down to a reasonable amount. Onwards and upwards. How many more stations have I got to go? So this place... Okay, I've delivered the cargo demand for that one, and that one, and that one. And that one wants coffee, which I do have a little of. Well, I don't know what that resource is. Don't think I've ever noticed that resource in little green with there's 5 of them. I don't know if I'll get to the marketplace in time. Oh, I know what that is. That's the stuff I'm meant to be picking up for the quest. Duh. Okay, that's why I've never seen it before. So, 1, 2, 3, 4 more stations, and then I will reach my destination to pick up the next bit of cargo. Then hopefully it'll tell me where I need to go to pick up Blackwell, the prisoner, so I can actually get on my way to Oceania. And let me go collect the money from the jobs I have completed, because there should be a few of them. That's 5, about to be 6 and 7. I'll wait until these 2 jobs complete before I actually go pick up a load more jobs. That way I can do them at the same time. Right, so that gives me space for 7 more jobs. Like I have mentioned before, that is how I make most of my money, is from the jobs. Either by collecting cargo from obstructions or mileage jobs. They're pretty much the only ones I do. Every now and then I'll do a job that says exceed this speed, or deliver X number of passengers in a region if I'm near or in that region. But for the most part it's mileage jobs and collect cargo from obstructions. Let's have a burst of speed. Oh, with that background, that's not easy on the eyes. Let's have another burst of speed, even if it's not easy on the eyes. What's that line from Office Space? The Princess Bride. Life is pain. Anybody that tells you different is selling something. Yes, I know the word princess should be in the middle there, but I tend to omit that one. The Princess Bride, one of the most quotable movies ever. Also, Office Space, a very quotable movie. Most movies have 2 or 3 really good lines that are useful as quotes or good as quotes. Princess Bride has a lot. And it's a really good movie to watch. It's actually on... It was on TV sometime around the new year, and I actually caught a bit of it because it's funny. The rodents of unusual size. My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die. Another great line from it. As well as the sword fight between Inigo Montoya and the Dread Pirate Roberts. Yeah, there's nothing I want from that place. Okay, 3 more to go. Let's get him to drop a parachute out of his plane. Kind of weird, if you get the click on the plane as it goes past, it drops a parachute with 1 bit of cargo in it. It always goes to your depot, never goes onto your train. And I will collect for the jobs I've completed. Bound to be a couple. That's 3. And that's 4. Another 20,000 in total. And that's me back with a full complement of jobs. What's the other one? Oh, office space. My favourite quote of that is still, fear of losing your job will only make you work just hard enough not to lose your job. Which is, excuse me, a very valid quote. And to be honest, as I have absolutely no fear about losing my job, if they take it away from me, so be it. I'm not that bothered anymore. I can always get another job. Okay, there's nothing there that I want and nothing I can deliver. So off we go to Kazakhstan. That, and I do like this song, It's Good to Be a Gangster. It's in Office Space. And my other favourite quote is, I did absolutely nothing this weekend and it was everything I hoped it could be. I've used that one a few times. So yes, I do like a good quotable movie. It's just like the original Italian Job. The Michael Caine line, you're only supposed to blow the bloody doors off. That sounded Australian as I said that, but because I can't do a very good Michael Caine accent. It's still one of the best lines in a film that I have ever seen. Mind you, it's the original Italian Job is one of the best films I've ever seen. The car chase with the minis is absolutely brilliant, but just the whole film was fun from start to finish. Again, I might be a little biased. I am English. It's an English film. As I record this game, or this episode of this game, I'm actually looking forward to the film The Gentleman as well, the latest Guy Ritchie gangster movie, which is due out sometime in the next few days. Okay, I actually need all of those, and I might as well pick them up while I'm here. I don't need those. And here we come, on our way to Pavlodar. Right, yes, so I do like a good Guy Ritchie directed film, and hopefully is it The Gentleman or Gentleman will be a decent one. Lock, Stock and Two Smoking Barrels was absolutely brilliant. And yes, I'm chatting about films because there's not a lot going on the screen as I travel through the night towards Pavlodar. So, well, that was Bad Boys 3, I think, is out this week. Oh, looks like my train needs cleaning, which is apparently very good. But there again, I did enjoy Bad Boys 1 and 2 because they were just fun. I also believe that Dr. Dolittle, I can't stand the actor, but Robert Downey Jr., I think it is, has also come out and has been roundly panned by everybody. So I'm not watching that one, even though I do normally like films with talking animals. Robert Downey Jr.'s presence does tend to irritate me, which is, and it's not unusual for the people to like or actively dislike an actor. I know people that don't like Benedict Cumberbatch, Tom Cruise, and a whole variety of that. There's one or two actors that most people just don't like and will avoid films no matter how good the film is meant to be with that actor in it. And having said all that, time to get on with the quest. Okay, Magnum bars. Let's buy them. Sophia. Magnum bars are the next level of security. Nothing can cut through them. Hank, what about diamond tip Magnum lasers? Unlikely, those things are incredibly rare anyway. Oh good, that's wonderful, so that's probably what I'm going to run into. I got close to getting my hands on one once. What happened? That was the first time I ever blacked out. Okay. Is this another alien story? You know it. I was in Russia with Dmitri. We shared some Russian spring water that night. Yeah, vodka. What happened next? Crew, we got a schedule to keep. Save it for the book, Hank. Okay, I don't need the power cables, but I will take the trays while I'm here. Okay, so let me collect the reward for that bit of the quest. Buy Magnum welding kit cargo in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Well, it looks like I'm going to America next. But I'm not going to do that during this episode, because America's a long way away. Just let me clear the jobs and get another couple. Oh, none of those. None of those either. Alright, that one. I cannot believe. And this literally is Oceania chapter 1-6. I haven't been anywhere near Oceania up to this point, and now it's sending me around the other part of the world. Stroth. Then it's going to send me, still going to send me into Russia to pick up the prisoner. This is going to be a while before I get to Oceania, apparently. Alrighty, well, I might as well set my destination to my depot so I can drop the stuff I'm carrying off. And that is where I'm going to end this episode. Slightly longer than I wanted, but I picked up 2 of the requirements, or 2 of the steps of the quest. I'm picking up cargo, and slowly but surely I'm working my way towards Oceania. We'll see if I ever manage to get there. I hope you enjoyed, and hopefully, well, we'll wait until this cow has disappeared from the screen and I picked up the free cargo. And hopefully I will see you down the tracks for more Tiny Rails in the near future. Cheerio!